Well, here it is, the episode that nearly derailed me on my first run-through of the series. During the dramatic battle between Buffy and the demon hunter Sid, I texted Nigel and said with some desperation, I don't think I can make it, man. This just isn't my thing. In hindsight, the Puppet Show is probably the best of the worst episodes in Season 1, counting I, Robot and Teacher's Pet. It has a few good things going for it, but just like those episodes, if you're new to the series and don't really feel like you're hooked yet, I highly recommend you give it a skip.
Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's...
Giles has been required by the new principal to manage the talent show. When the gang gets caught teasing him about it by the new principal Snyder, they get roped into doing it alongside him.
I think I just found 3 eager new participants for the talent show.
One of the other students, Morgan, in the show has a surprisingly good dummy routine. Another student gets their heart cut out by a demon with an ambiguous voice, and the gang investigates. Buffy witnesses some odd behavior between Morgan and his... I can't do this. The dummy is a demon slayer that got turned into wood and is hunting the last demon of the group that did it to him. Confuses Buffy with the demon he's supposed to kill, they fight, rectify, and then they realize they're on the same side. At the end, Sid and Buffy save Giles from the real demon, and Sid is set free. One of the frustrating things about this episode is it struggles in all the same ways the other bad first season episodes do, and yet it manifests a lot of the strengths that eventually make the show great. There's the customary wit, the chemistry between the cast is really starting to show, and even the action sequences don't completely suck. Well, not totally, but it's another episode without the big bad of the season, another high school horror premise shoved into an episode unnaturally, and it's mostly unsuccessful, partly because of the forced dirty doll comedy that falls completely flat.
Look at you. You're strong, athletic, limber, nubile.
But I also think the living doll horror genre relies on our discomfort with the uncanny valley to make it truly creepy. Chucky doesn't quite look like a living entity, but he looks like more than an inanimate object. Never once in the actors' interactions with Sid did I believe there wasn't a director off camera yelling, "Alright, now Sarah, struggle with him, really struggle, now pin him to the wall." Again, the episode does some things wonderfully, my favorite of which is the introduction of Snyder.
There are things I will not tolerate. Students loitering on campus after school. Horrible murders with hearts being removed. And also smoking.
I love Snyder. He's one of my favorite ancillary characters in the early seasons of the show.
Kids. I don't like them.
And as usual, there are some good bits. Giles' 1,000-yard stare while Cordeila butchers her song is almost worth the pain of what the episode does wrong. Mainly, you can just feel the show torn between its original identity as a high school horror show and what it is becoming. See what I did there?